A person who has a clear vision will always find a way to make it a reality. That was the quote Sarah had written on a sticky note above her desk, faded now, curling at the edges, like the dreams she once chased with burning passion. In the still hours of the night, her room bathed in dim amber light, she sat frozen before a blank canvas, her hands still, but her heart pounding. It wasn't the lack of talent that held her back. It was the weight of unseen fears. Fears that wrapped around her like fog, whispering, "You're not enough." She had imagined a life painted with bold strokes and vibrant colors, a gallery of masterpieces that touched hearts. But tonight, that vision seemed like a ghost. It echoed faintly in her soul, drowned by the familiar voice of doubt. What if I fail? Tears gathered, not because she didn't know what she wanted, but because she did. And knowing, yet still standing still, was the deepest pain of all. She remembered every moment she'd seen beauty in her mind, ideas vivid and alive. Yet she let them slip away, day after day. It wasn't laziness. It was the silent enemy so many of us know too well: hesitation, paralysis, that haunting loop of maybe tomorrow. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But belief, true belief, requires more than words. It demands war with fear. Sarah wasn't lazy. She was afraid. Afraid to be seen. Afraid to try and fall short. Afraid her dream would collapse if she reached too far. But maybe, just maybe, this moment wasn't the end. Maybe it was the brink. Because if you're listening now, you might be Sarah too. You might know exactly what you want: to start the business, write the book, launch the idea, or speak your truth. But you're stuck. Not because you're incapable, but because doubt has learned how to speak your language. It tells you to wait until you're ready, to wait until you're perfect. But readiness is a myth, and perfection is a prison. This is vision paralysis, the cruelest kind, where dreams are vivid in your mind, but never make it to the world. They live inside you like unfinished symphonies, aching to be heard, desperate to breathe. And every time you say, "Not today," you let another note go silent. But what if tonight, like Sarah, you stopped waiting? What if you picked up the brush, the pen, the phone, and started anyway? Because belief doesn't mean the fear disappears. It means you move forward with it. And vision? Real vision? It finds a way. Through the doubt, through the delay, through the nights when your hands shake. A clear vision will demand everything from you, but in return, it gives you your life back. She thought of the entrepreneur who envisioned a thriving company but never wrote the first business plan, or the writer with a novel in mind who waited for perfect inspiration that never came. Hill's observation rings true. Many have brilliant ideas, but without result. They remain mere fantasies, eroded by the passage of time. The need for change burned within her. She realized that waiting for perfect conditions only deepened the void, as Hill warned that procrastination is the enemy of opportunity. True achievement, she knew, comes from aligning the clear vision with purposeful steps, turning the map of her dreams into a journey of reality. But why hadn't she moved forward? Sarah pondered this as the clock ticked, her mind racing through the barriers that kept her anchored in place. It often starts with waiting for motivation, that elusive spark from outside that never arrives, even when your vision is crystal clear. Like Sarah, who dreamed of exhibiting her art but stalled, waiting for the right moment to pick up her brush, many fall into this trap. Hill taught that motivation isn't a prerequisite. It's a byproduct of action, and without it, a clear vision becomes internal fuel that's never ignited. Then there's the failure to decide, that paralyzing indecisiveness that turns potential into regret, as Sarah debated whether her art was good enough without ever showing it to the world. Imagine the entrepreneur with a groundbreaking idea, hesitating on every key decision out of fear of the unknown, watching opportunities slip away. Hill emphasized that definite decisions are essential. Without them, even the clearest vision stays abstract, like a ship without a rudder in a storm. Fear and uncertainty loomed largest for Sarah, the anxiety of failure wrapping around her like a shadow, whispering that her vision might never come to fruition. She pictured the artist afraid of criticism, the one who never shares their work, or the professional terrified of job changes despite a vivid career goal. As Hill philosophized, fear is a mental barrier, but a strong vision can dismantle it, providing direction and purpose to push through the uncertainty. Yet, in that moment, Sarah felt the weight of it all, knowing she wasn't alone in this silent battle that so many face every day. The solution, she realized, lay in immediate action, the kind that transforms a clear vision into tangible momentum, as Hill's principles demanded. Taking that first step, even if imperfect, could change everything. For Sarah, it meant picking up her brush and making a single stroke on the canvas. Hill's principle shines here. Action breeds confidence and courage, creating a feedback loop where vision clarifies through real-world progress. She remembered how someone with a vision of financial independence might start with a simple budget, turning abstract goals into concrete steps. Building decisiveness was key. Sarah decided to set a decision deadline, committing to finish one painting by the end of the week, no matter the outcome. Hill taught that decisiveness is a skill, honed by acting on vision, turning vague ideas into plans that propel you forward. Practicing the first step became her mantra. If her vision was to showcase her art, she could begin with a 10-minute sketch today, right now. As Hill advised, definite beginnings bridge the gap between vision and reality, offering instant progress that builds upon itself. With this in mind, Sarah faced her fears head-on, understanding that proactive steps based on her clear vision would erode the hesitation that had held her back. She started by practicing in front of a mirror, imagining herself as a confident artist, gradually building the courage to share her work. Hill's idea that fear is conquered by action resonated deeply. Vision acts as a guiding light, making risks feel surmountable rather than overwhelming. Learning through failure was part of the process. Sarah knew that setbacks, like a poorly received piece, weren't endpoints but vital teachers. As Hill philosophized, failure provides insights, refining your strategy and strengthening the path to success, much like a failed business venture leading to a better idea. She reframed her past rejections as feedback, fostering resilience and growth, turning what once seemed defeating into stepping stones. Now, cultivating self-discipline emerged as the true key. Sarah recognized that fleeting emotions wouldn't sustain her vision, but habits would. Discipline, as Hill taught, is the foundation of all accomplishments, propelling a clear vision forward through daily routines aligned with her goals. For Sarah, that meant setting aside time each morning to paint, creating lasting progress toward her dream of a solo exhibition. Building positive habits followed naturally. She started with daily goal reviews and time blocking for her art, drawing from Hill's advice that habits compound over time. Waking up early to visualize and plan became her ritual, turning her vision of personal growth into an inevitable reality. At the heart of it all was developing that clear vision and goals, making them as specific as possible to sustain action and progress. Sarah redefined her abstract dream. Instead of just being an artist, she set a goal of creating and selling 10 pieces in the next year. Hill's definite chief aim concept directed her energy, turning vague visions into achievable milestones that motivated her every day. With this clarity, she outlined practical methods, writing down her vision, setting deadlines, and creating a step-by-step action plan. Breaking it into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks kept her moving forward, ensuring her vision wasn't just a dream but a roadmap to success. As she implemented these steps, Sarah felt a surge of empowerment, realizing that a clear vision, when acted upon, becomes unstoppable. She thought back to Hill's teachings, where goals serve as the fuel that ignites the journey, transforming aspirations into tangible results. Now, with each brushstroke, she embodied the principle that a person with a clear vision will always find a way to make it a reality. Overcoming the emotional struggles she once faced silently, Sarah's story illustrated how vision drives action, which in turn generates motivation and success. As she progressed, The barriers of fear and hesitation melted away, replaced by the confidence that comes from consistent effort. Hill's wisdom echoed in her mind. Action follows vision, not the other way around. And it's this cycle that leads to true achievement. Reflecting on her journey, Sarah saw how waiting for motivation had been a myth, and decisiveness had unlocked doors she never knew existed. Failure, once a dreaded word, became her greatest ally, teaching her lessons that refined her path and strengthened her resolve. Self-discipline turned into her superpower, with habits that sustained her vision through the ups and downs of life. And now, with goals clearly defined and pursued, her once distant dream felt within reach, a testament to Hill's enduring principles. In reaffirming the core idea, Sarah understood that, as Napoleon Hill asserted, a clear vision is the catalyst that always finds a way to reality. It's vision that ignites action, generates motivation, and paves the road to success, no matter the obstacles in your way. This isn't just her story. It's a call for you to embrace your own vision and turn it into something real. So, don't wait another moment. Identify your clear vision right now, and take that one small step to bring it to life. Jot down your goal, schedule a planning session, or simply begin with the tiniest action that moves you forward. Remember Hill's charge. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. For in that waiting lies the risk of letting your dreams slip away. Let Sarah's transformation inspire you, as she finally stepped out of the shadows of her emotional struggles and into the light of achievement. Your vision is waiting, powerful and ready, to guide you through any challenge and lead you to the reality you've always imagined. Take a deep breath, feel the emotion of possibility, and act, because a clear vision, once pursued, becomes an unstoppable force. Today, you hold the key to your own success. Make it a reality, one step at a time. As Napoleon Hill once said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that's the spark that ignites the journey from vision to reality. Many people hold a clear vision in their hearts, like a map to a hidden treasure, but they remain paralyzed by doubt and hesitation. Think about it. You've got that dream job in mind, that business idea buzzing in your head, yet you find yourself stuck, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. This vision paralysis is the thief of potential, as Hill warned, where ideas gather dust instead of turning into action. It's time to recognize that a clear vision demands immediate steps, not endless planning, to break free from this cycle. Procrastination is the enemy of opportunity, as Hill put it, eroding the power of your vision like water wearing away stone. So, if you're holding back, ask yourself, what if your vision could be your greatest ally, pushing you forward when fear tries to hold you back? Waiting for motivation is a trap that keeps your vision locked away, like a book on a shelf never opened. For instance, that aspiring author with a clear vision of writing a bestseller might wait for inspiration, but as Hill taught, motivation follows action, not the other way around. Instead of stalling, start with one sentence, one page, and watch how your vision begins to unfold. Indecisiveness is another barrier, turning a sharp vision into a blurry mess of what-ifs and maybes. Picture the entrepreneur with a brilliant business idea, clear as day, yet hesitating on the first move due to fear of failure. He'll emphasize that definite decisions are the bridge from vision to achievement, so make that choice today and step across. Fear and uncertainty creep in like shadows, whispering doubts that cloud even the clearest vision. Take the artist who envisions a masterpiece but avoids the canvas, worried about criticism or rejection. Yet, as Hill observed, a strong vision acts as a light, cutting through the darkness of fear and guiding you onward. The solution lies in immediate action, where your vision becomes the fuel for real, tangible progress. Don't wait for perfection. Take that first imperfect step, as Hill advised, because action breeds confidence and courage. For example, if your vision is financial independence, start by creating a simple budget today. It's the spark that ignites the fire. Building decisiveness means setting clear deadlines for your vision, turning abstract dreams into concrete plans. Hill's teachings remind us that hesitation wastes time. So decide now on your next move and commit to it fully. Practicing the first step is essential. If your vision involves a major career change, begin with researching one opportunity right away. This small action creates momentum, as Hill noted, transforming your vision from a distant goal into an active pursuit. Overcoming hesitation and fear starts with facing them head on, using your vision as your shield. Imagine the public speaker with a vision of inspiring audiences, who begins by practicing alone, gradually building resilience. Hill's philosophy shows that fear is conquered through action, not avoidance, so let your vision propel you into the arena. Learning through failure is part of the process. Setbacks aren't dead ends, but lessons that refine your vision. A failed business attempt, for instance, can reveal flaws in your plan, allowing you to adjust and move forward stronger. As Hill said, every failure carries the seed of an equivalent success, so embrace it as feedback on your path. Cultivating self-discipline is the backbone of turning vision into reality, far more reliable than fleeting emotions. Without discipline, your clear vision remains a wish. With it, it becomes an unstoppable force, as Hill taught. Build positive habits that align with your vision, like daily reviews of your goals to keep them front and center. For someone aiming for personal growth, waking up early to visualize success can compound into lasting change. Hill emphasized that habits are the architects of success, so start small, perhaps with a 10-minute daily routine, and watch it grow. Developing a clear vision and goals is where it all begins. Without specifics, even the strongest dream falters. Break your vision into actionable goals, like turning financial freedom into save $500 this month, as Hill recommended. This definiteness, Hill's chief aim, gives your vision direction and motivation, making it impossible to ignore. Next, write it down. Jot your vision on paper, set deadlines, and create a step-by-step plan to make it real. For instance, if your vision is to run a marathon, break it into weekly training sessions, turning the impossible into achievable milestones. Remember, goals are the milestones that keep your vision alive, fueling your drive day by day. As you progress, celebrate each win, no matter how small, to reinforce the power of your clear vision. Hill's methods show that persistence in pursuing goals turns vision into habit, and habit into reality. Don't let distractions derail you. Stay focused on your vision by reviewing your plan regularly. Envision the end result vividly, as Hill suggested, to maintain the emotional pull that drives action. If obstacles arise, use them as opportunities to adapt your goals, keeping your vision intact. Surround yourself with supporters who believe in your vision, as Hill advised, to amplify your resolve. Track your progress meticulously, turning your vision into a measurable journey of growth. Remember, a clear vision without flexibility is brittle. Be willing to tweak your goals as needed. Hill's principle of autosuggestion can help. Repeat affirmations tied to your vision to build unshakable belief. Now, as we near the end, let's reaffirm the core idea. A person with a clear vision will always find a way, because vision ignites the action that leads to success. Just as Hill asserted, it's not enough to dream. You must act, transforming potential into achievement. Think back to the barriers we discussed: procrastination, fear, indecision. They're no match for a vision in motion. The power of immediate action, as we've explored, turns hesitation into history and dreams into deeds. By cultivating discipline and breaking goals into steps, your vision becomes not just possible, but inevitable. So, what are you waiting for? Identify your clear vision right now and take that first step, no matter how small. Perhaps it's scheduling time today to outline your plan or making a single phone call related to your goal. Remember Hill's words: do not wait. The time will never be just right. So seize this moment. Let your vision be the compass that guides you through challenges, leading to the reality you've always imagined. As you move forward, share your progress, draw inspiration from others, and keep your eyes on the prize. In closing, Know that every great achievement starts with a clear vision acted upon, and that person can be you. Embrace the journey, for it's not the vision alone that succeeds, but the relentless pursuit of it. Go forth with confidence, armed with Hill's timeless wisdom, and watch as your vision unfolds into reality. Finally, take a deep breath, commit to action, and remember, your clear vision is the key that unlocks your destiny. As Napoleon Hill once proclaimed, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, setting the foundation for a life of purpose and accomplishment. This timeless wisdom reminds us that a clear vision isn't just a fleeting dream, it's the spark that ignites unstoppable action. Yet, so many people find themselves trapped in a cycle of hesitation, knowing exactly what they want but failing to take the first step. Imagine having a vision of starting your own business, a path to financial freedom that excites you, but doubt creeps in, paralyzing your progress. This vision paralysis is all too common, as Hill observed, where ideas remain locked in the mind, never translating into reality. It's not for lack of desire. It's the enemy of procrastination that whispers, wait for the perfect moment. But as Hill taught, that perfect moment never arrives, action must come first. The need for change is urgent. Without it, your vision fades like a forgotten dream, leaving regret in its wake. Consider the entrepreneur who envisions building an empire but gets stuck analyzing every detail, never launching their idea. Hill's principle is clear: a definite purpose demands decisive steps, turning potential into tangible success. Don't let hesitation rob you of your destiny. Embrace your vision today and watch it transform your life. Now, let's explore why you're not taking action, even when that vision burns brightly within you. One major barrier is waiting for motivation to strike, as if it were some external force that must appear before you begin. Hill warned against this fallacy, explaining that motivation follows action, not the other way around. For instance, if your vision is to write a best-selling book, waiting for inspiration might mean years of delay. Instead, start with a simple outline, and soon, that motivation will build like a snowball rolling downhill. Failure to decide is another thief of progress, leaving your clear vision hanging in limbo. Hill emphasized that definite decisions are the bridge between vision and reality, yet many hesitate, fearing the unknown. Picture the aspiring leader with a vision of career advancement, but they can't choose between paths, stalling their growth. Without firm choices, even the clearest vision remains abstract, a map without a destination. Fear and uncertainty often amplify this hesitation, turning your bold vision into a source of anxiety. As Hill noted, fear is a mental barrier that can be dismantled only through action aligned with your vision. Think of the artist who dreams of creating a masterpiece but fears criticism, so they never pick up the brush. This self-sabotage is common, but your vision can be the light that guides you through the darkness of doubt. Remember, a person with a clear vision doesn't wait for fear to fade. They charge forward, making it a reality. The solution lies in immediate action, where your vision becomes the fuel for real, tangible progress. As Hill declared, action breeds confidence and courage. So take that first step, no matter how small. For example, if your vision is financial independence, start by creating a budget today. It's the spark that ignites momentum. This power of action creates a feedback loop, clarifying your vision as you move forward and encounter new opportunities. Building decisiveness is key. Set a deadline for your decisions, turning vague ideas into concrete plans. Hill taught that decisiveness is a skill, honed by acting on your vision without delay, like an arrow shot straight to its target. Practice the first step right now, perhaps by outlining your goals for the week, making your vision feel achievable. Don't overthink. Just begin, and watch how one action leads to another, building an unstoppable force. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires treating your vision as a shield, protecting you from self-doubt. Hill's philosophy reminds us that fear is conquered by action, not avoidance. So face it head-on with your clear vision as your guide. Consider the public speaker who envisions inspiring audiences. They start by practicing alone, gradually conquering their nerves. Each step forward erodes fear, proving that your vision is stronger than any obstacle in your path. Learning through failure is part of this journey, as Hill believed that setbacks are teachers, not endpoints. For instance, a failed business attempt can refine your vision, turning mistakes into stepping stones toward success. Reframe failures as feedback, allowing your clear vision to evolve and grow more resilient with every challenge. Cultivating self-discipline is the true key to sustaining your vision. As Hill asserted, it's the foundation of all accomplishments. Without discipline, even the clearest vision can falter, but with it, daily routines turn dreams into enduring reality. Build positive habits that align with your vision, like reviewing your goals each morning to keep your focus sharp. For example, if your vision involves personal growth, commit to daily learning and watch how consistency compounds over time. Self-discipline isn't about willpower alone. It's about making your vision a non-negotiable part of your routine. Developing a clear vision and goals is at the heart of turning aspirations into achievements, as per Hill's teachings. Goals act as motivation, breaking your vision into specific, actionable milestones that keep you driven. Hill's definite chief aim concept shows that a vision like financial freedom becomes powerful when defined as saving $10,000 this year. This clarity directs your energy, transforming abstract desires into a roadmap of progress. To pursue this, write down your vision, set deadlines, and create a step-by-step plan, just as Hill recommended. Break it into daily tasks. Today's step might be researching. Tomorrow's could be executing, building steady momentum. With this approach, your clear vision becomes inevitable as each goal achieved propels you further. In conclusion, as Napoleon Hill affirmed, a person with a clear vision will always find a way to make it a reality. It's not magic. It's the combination of belief, action, and persistence that turns vision into victory. We've explored the barriers, the solutions, and the habits that make this possible, all rooted in Hill's timeless principles. Remember, vision without action is merely a dream, but with action, it becomes your lived reality. Don't wait for tomorrow. Identify your clear vision right now and take that one small step to begin. Jot down your goal, schedule your first action, and feel the power of progress surging through you. As Hill urged, do not wait. The time will never be just right, so seize this moment and make your vision unstoppable. Let your clear vision be the compass that guides you through challenges, leading to a future of fulfillment and success. Envision the triumphs ahead, the business launched, the goals achieved, the life transformed by your unwavering resolve. You're not alone in this. Millions have followed Hill's path, proving that a clear vision always paves the way. Start today, act decisively, and watch as your vision unfolds into the reality you've always deserved. Remember, the power is within you. Conceive it, believe it, and achieve it, just as Hill envisioned for us all. As Napoleon Hill once said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And this truth forms the bedrock of turning your dreams into reality. So many people hold a clear vision in their hearts, like the entrepreneur who pictures a thriving business, yet they remain paralyzed by hesitation. This vision paralysis stems from procrastination, where doubts creep in and stall progress before it even begins. Hill observed that ideas without action are like seeds that never get planted, doomed to wither in the soil of indecision. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, know that it rarely comes. True success demands you act on your vision now. Procrastination is the enemy of opportunity, as Hill warned, eroding the power of your clear vision until it's just a faded memory. Imagine the artist with a vivid picture of their masterpiece, but they never pick up the brush, trapped in a cycle of what-ifs. This hesitation robs you of the fulfillment that comes from making your vision real, turning potential into regret. Yet, with a clear vision as your guide, you can break free and start building the life you've always imagined. Now, let's explore why so many with a clear vision still fail to move forward, drawing from Hill's timeless insights. One major barrier is waiting for motivation to strike. as if it were some external force that must arrive before you act. For instance, the writer with a vision of a best-selling book might sit idle, hoping for inspiration, instead of outlining their first chapter. Hill taught that motivation isn't a prerequisite, it's a byproduct of action, fueled by your clear vision pushing you ahead. Without taking that first step, your vision remains abstract, like a map gathering dust in a drawer. Another issue is the failure to decide, where indecisiveness turns a clear vision into a foggy path of missed chances. Think of the entrepreneur with a brilliant business idea, but they hesitate on key decisions, fearing the unknown. Hill emphasized that definite decisions are essential. Without them, even the clearest vision stays locked in your mind. Indecision breeds regret as opportunities slip away, but a strong vision can cut through the haze and demand action. Fear and uncertainty often loom largest, whispering doubts that undermine your resolve and halt progress. Picture the job seeker with a vision of their dream career, yet they're frozen by the anxiety of potential failure. Hill's philosophy reminds us that fear is a mental barrier, one that a clear vision can dismantle by providing direction and purpose. When you embrace your vision fully, those fears lose their grip, allowing you to step boldly into the unknown. So, how do you break this cycle? The solution lies in immediate action, transforming your vision from thought to reality. Taking action, even if it's imperfect, ignites momentum and builds confidence, as Hill's principles illustrate. For example, someone envisioning financial independence could start with a simple budget today, turning abstract goals into tangible steps. This creates a feedback loop where action clarifies your vision further, making success feel inevitable. Don't wait for perfection. Hill knew that action breeds courage, so begin now and watch your vision unfold. Building decisiveness is key. Set a deadline for your decisions to align with your vision and eliminate delays. If your vision is to switch careers, decide on the next step within a week, as Hill advised, to keep the momentum going. Decisiveness turns vague ideas into concrete plans, propelling you toward the reality you've always sought. Start with the first step, a small, manageable task that bridges the gap between vision and achievement. If your vision is to run a marathon, begin with a 10-minute walk right now, embracing Hill's concept of definite beginnings. That initial action sparks progress, making your vision more vivid and attainable with each passing day. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head-on, using your clear vision as your shield. Proactive steps erode doubt. For instance, a public speaker with a vision of influence might practice in front of a mirror to build confidence. Hill taught that fear is conquered through action, not avoidance, and your vision provides the light to navigate dark uncertainties. Each step you take diminishes fear's power, replacing it with the thrill of progress toward your goals. Remember, learning through failure is part of the journey. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but valuable teachers. Hill's philosophy shows that a failed venture can refine your vision, like a sculptor chiseling away to reveal the masterpiece. Reframe failures as feedback, strengthening your resolve and guiding you closer to making your vision real. With each obstacle overcome, your clear vision becomes more resilient, turning potential defeats into stepping stones. Now, cultivating self-discipline is essential to sustain that vision over the long haul. Discipline, not fleeting emotions, is the true key to success, as Hill asserted, forming the foundation of all accomplishments. Build daily routines aligned with your vision, such as consistent skill building for your career goals, to create lasting progress. Without discipline, even the clearest vision fades. But with it, you transform aspirations into enduring achievements. Start forming positive habits, like reviewing your goals each morning, to keep your vision at the forefront of your mind. Ill-advised that habits compound over time, so time-block tasks that support your vision and watch it flourish. For personal growth, wake up early to visualize and plan, turning discipline into your greatest ally. At the heart of it all is developing a clear vision and goals, making them specific and actionable. Goals act as motivation, breaking your vision into milestones that drive you forward with purpose. A vision of financial freedom becomes powerful when defined as saving a set amount each month, as Hill's definite chief aim suggests. This clarity directs your energy, turning abstract dreams into achievable steps that build momentum. Use Hill's techniques. Write down your vision, set deadlines, and create a step-by-step action plan to make it real. Break your vision into daily, weekly, and monthly tasks, ensuring steady progress toward your ultimate reality. With this approach, what once seemed impossible becomes a series of manageable victories. As we wrap up, remember that, as Napoleon Hill affirmed, a person with a clear vision will always find a way to make it a reality. Vision ignites action, which generates motivation and success, creating a cycle that leads to fulfillment. We've covered the barriers, the solutions, and the steps. Now it's time to apply them in your life. Don't let another day pass without acting on your vision. Start today by jotting down one goal and taking that first step. Schedule a planning session right now, and let your clear vision guide you to the success you deserve. As Hill urged, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Embrace your vision, act decisively, and watch it become your reality.